We wanted the smoke, so let's bring the fire. We're igniting the drama and chaos. This is Matches Mayhem. We are your ride or die hosts, Norah the Vendetta Queen, Raquel the Cutthreat Contessa, Victor the Duel Master, and Erick the Double Agent. Get ready for a wreck as we dive into the gauntlet of season 40 of the channel, Battle of the Eras.
Let's go!
Dirty 40, baby. Dirty 40.
Challenge season.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
All right.
So I guess I see everybody's excited because everybody see the trailer.
It's been a long road, but I'm happy. I'm excited. I saw a lot of old faces, so I'm really excited for this one.
I saw a lot of real old faces, that's for sure.
Yeah, I like to say I saw a lot of old friends. I'm glad to see.
Okay, there you go.
And enemies too.
Enemies. Who's your enemy?
I can't reveal. It's too early in the game to reveal that. It's too early in this podcast game to show my cards.
Okay, double agent. Okay.
I will say, looking at the cast, I'm really happy of the variety they brought for each era. I like it.
Yeah, same. I've been wondering where Anissa has been the last 3-4 seasons. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited to see what she can do this season. See if she could take home some cash. So I'm definitely excited to see her.
I wouldn't say I'm excited to see what Anissa has. I know what Anissa has, so I'm not really excited for it. But I mean, maybe she's in the lab. Maybe she's been getting ready for this. Maybe she's been prepping, but
you never know. I mean, she might. It's whoever's hungry, because sometimes we have contestants who we think are gonna just rock it the whole time, and they're not hungry. They're checked out. So it's whoever wants it the most at the end.
I think I remember last time with Anissa though, she had that knee injury, right? Against Nani, was it?
It was right or die. Oh yeah, because
it was right or die.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm still excited though. There's a lot of people on this list, a lot.
So do we want to throw up the trailer one more time, see if we can refresh our memories and then really get this thing going?
Yeah.
Do it.
New game, buddy.
That building's crazy.
Wow.
That's a drop. Chill, that's
That looks crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was like a new group coming in, like a like how they had those like the killer squad come in that one season. I thought that was them riding in to, but then I saw that part. I was like, oh, okay.
So who are you guys most excited to see in this? Who are you most excited that came back?
Before we get there, can we say how Brad's beard just gets? I don't know how he does it, man, but I think it's pretty
Rumpelstiltskin or some shit.
Beard is wild.
Who are you guys the most excited to see this season?
I mean, I'm always excited to see Jordan, and
What do you mean by that?
because he trains, and hold on, because he's always training and he's always getting stronger and better, and he's always surprising us, and so I'm excited.
Like he's one of those people that genuinely love the challenge. Like he loves the thrill of it, like the complexities of it. There's only a handful of people that actually play the game, I say, that genuinely love like every piece of the challenge, and he's definitely one of them.
I will say this though, like his one weakness is thinking he can just like out athlete everyone through the challenge, and sometimes his he doesn't intimidate everyone as much as he thinks he does. And I think this season is not the season to try to come in and intimidate the house. So I think he'll have to politic a little bit more if he's gonna make it farther.
For sure, this season is a lot of big egos.
And that is one of his biggest weaknesses. He doesn't really politic. He just thinks he can just get through his own strength, and it doesn't really work like that all the way in the challenge.
But I think Norah said it best. A lot of big egos, but there's only one supreme big ego of the challenge.
Who's that?
Gotta say, it's nice to see 7-time the GOAT champ Johnny Bananas back on the challenge.
Yes, sir, Mr. Bananas.
Yes.
You got people like him or hate him, but he's 7-time champion. You can't argue with that.
Yeah, I think the whole hating on Bananas is a little old. It's just like why is that narrative still around? It's like, yeah, he's Johnny Bananas. He won 7 times. You can win 7 times too. Like, what is the issue here? Like, and similar to like with Cara Maria, like people ride on these narratives where they like get lost into actually trying to play the game, and they're more focused on like, let's get Cara Maria out, let's get Johnny Bananas out.
Yeah.
But they're not actually that focused. So because there's a lot of big egos this season, I do anticipate a lot of that playing out again this season.
I'm just waiting for like Johnny Bananas to pull a LeBron and get his son onto the challenge so him and his son can play together. I know he's hiding one out there somewhere.
So, out of all these challengers that are assembled, who do you think has the biggest ego of them all?
I think Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan and Johnny are up there. What about girls? Laurel.
Laurel.
Yeah.
Laurel.
Gotta be,
Laurel
right?
takes the cake.
Laurel.
Sorry, girl. You take the cake 100% on the biggest ego for a female.
And I want to root for Laurel so bad, but she just makes it so hard sometimes.
All right. So who are we surprised to see? Anybody on there that we're like... For me, it's Anissa. I mean, I like Anissa a lot, but I just feel like from one girl to another who has knee issues, I'm not going on no challenge and jacking up my knee because any little thing and my ACL is gone again and I'm not doing it. So I feel like, girl, sit it out. Stay home.
Yeah. I'm surprised
Trying
to
to
see
bring
her
that
back too. Yeah. I'm excited to see her, but I'm also surprised to see her. I think for me also, and I don't know how this is going to come out, but I'm surprised to see Leroy because one, he said he retired. And then he came back. And I think like, I might be overthinking this and reading too deep into it, but I kind of think MTV is maybe like exploiting his dream of winning a little too much that they keep inviting him back. And it's just like, let's see if Leroy wins this time because he wants it so bad. And I don't like that.
I feel like TJ loves him. So I feel like they are besties outside of this house. And I love TJ, but they are definitely besties. And he's like, please come back, Leroy. Like, please.
My boy Leroy retired, then saw how expensive diapers were, and he's like, nah,
Yo,
you back on the
facts.
challenge.
Facts.
2 babies, nah.
Cameron's
back
like,
on.
you gotta get back in there. We need some money.
Sure.
I also think, like, but that is crazy. Did you know that he has 2 kids now? I almost
No.
forgot. I almost forgot Corey also has 2 kids. I almost forgot that MTV loves
Corey
to
has
remind us he has 3 kids.
I was
Corey
gonna
has
say,
three
Yeah.
after that one season when they literally told us 5 times every episode he has 3 kids. I mean, or 2 girls at the time. I was like, I can never forget that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm not rooting against anybody with kids. That would be hypocritical of me. But I'm rooting for the people who are just like, I just want the cash. Like, I'm sorry, that's fine too.
Yeah.
Oh, so basically you're rooting for Devin because he just
Oh,
wants to
Devin is in here.
He just needs some of that beer money. He needs some of that vacation cash.
I was shocked Tina was coming back because her performance last one she wasn't mentally strong enough in the last one. I think, she probably had life stuff going on or whatever, but she kind of gave up. So I was surprised to see her back, but I think with this setting that she'll be with people of her era and they're on her team, I think that'll help her do a lot better in this challenge.
I'm kind of surprised to see, and I know he already came back once, but Paulie and Cara Maria on the same challenge, they really did seem retired, and like they're like, if you see them outside, they're like living this crazy fun life. They like do their thing, and I was just like, I guess they're done with the challenge. They proved what they wanted to prove, but now they're back. So,
And I'll throw Paulie in there with one of the biggest egos in the house, just because
That's true.
he came in like, with like a chip on his shoulder. He was gonna take out everybody. He was You know, his first challenge, you know, he shot a little too high. So I mean, he definitely has, I would say, one of the biggest egos in the house. Now,
What about?
I mean, I want to like him too because I like that he's trying to take out legends and take out the big people, but we just got to see a little bit more from him.
So what about hookups? Who do we think is hooking up this season?
Definitely
Nora put in the matches and mayhem. There. She's like, who's having sex? Let's go.
Yeah. I'm gonna start off and say Laurel with somebody. With somebody. I don't know. Girl, guy, I don't know, but Laurel for sure with somebody.
So you don't think she's with what's her
Nicole?
Yeah, Nicole. I don't know. And even if she is, she's still gonna hook up with somebody on the show.
So, one contender from the guys. Actually, I'm gonna ship these two people. I want to see Theo and Naya. So I'm gonna ship these two guys together. I think Theo and Naya, because they're both tall, dark, beautiful people. Mm-hmm. I think they could get together.
I did see him kissing somebody in the preview. So you think it's Nia?
No, it didn't look like her, but I'm just like banking that that's not like for a happily ever after. He's gonna like move on to the next pretty quickly.
Whoever he was kissing probably gets kicked off, and then there you go.
I was just gonna say, I don't know with who, but I think Josh is gonna hook up with somebody. Olivia, Tori, Bananas. I think Brad.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so who do you think Johnny is gonna hook up with here?
Maybe Olivia.
Olivia.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Olivia. I think she's gonna try to use him to like, get far in the game.
Whoever Johnny hooks up with is gonna be somebody that's brand new to the game, or like brand new or only one season. So Olivia, I think she only did one season, right?
She did two.
She did two.
I think she broke her nose in one and then came back a year or two later.
That was bad.
That was awful.
That nose break was rough.
Yeah.
Johnny usually goes for like the freshmen of the game. He gets them while they're new to the game, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, before they really know who he is in the game. He kind of gets on them before.
That's a good observation.
I feel like it's going to be somebody relatively new on the latest era. That's what I would go for.
Well, whoever Brad hooks up with is going to fall in love with, and they're going to have a happily ever after, because that seems to be his thing.
I feel like it might be Brad and Avery.
Brad and Avery. Oh, Johnny and Avery.
Nah, I can't.
Because she's been on before, but not that many times.
Yeah. But Johnny tends to go for more of like, he likes, I think, more of a, like the Latina, the more spicy. I think Brad's more like Avery. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, from what we see, I don't know. But I mean, the last girl he dated that he hooked up with was a white girl, right? Wasn't she?
I think.
And they were like
so.
spotted on a yacht.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
But overall, he tends to like a more spicy, and I think Avery's more level than what he likes.
Yeah.
I think she is more Brad's speed.
On a similar note, there's one challenge legend. She's a legend in many ways who likes to get after the young bucks. Who do you think?
Anissa.
I'm looking here. I know Corey. I think Josh. There's been a couple of guys here who have been in her web. The Black Widow.
See.
I mean, for her, the options are limited this season. Maybe Kylan, but no, that's not.
That's the only person I was thinking maybe is him, but I'm like, I don't see that from him. But I mean.
Oh, I want to tee it up because we saw in that trailer what got me most excited was the beef. Who are some pre-existing beefs that are now coming to a head on this season that you're excited to see? Because there's some fireworks there.
I think this weird Cara Maria and Laurel beef. It's just like, are you friends? Are you not friends? And then now it's like great TV because Polly is now involved. And I just want to, he can get real messy and real, dramatic.
He,
So
yeah,
it's
he
hard to
he
be
very
a
has
fan.
like feminine energy when he fights. It feels like he has very cat-like, like petty
Yeah.
girl behavior. So he's gonna help stir the pot for us.
Oh, absolutely.
Whatever.
Uh, the whole Laurel and Cara Maria thing, it doesn't make that much sense to me. It's like, why are they still fighting after all this time still? Like, what's unresolved that they're always, like, butting heads?
I don't even think they know. I
Well,
don't.
you have sisters, Victor, and like they can go from best friends in the world to like at each other's necks.
That is very true. I've seen it.
I think it's like they're so close that like they could just go off because I can understand that one more than another beef, Tori and Amanda. Like I don't get that one. Like Amanda has it out for Tori, Tori has it out for her. I don't know. Like they're not friends. They never done anything to each other.
Do you think that one's like a jealousy thing?
You said it.
I don't think who would be jealous of who in that one.
Well, they don't like each other, so are they both undercover jealous of each other in a weird way, envious of each other for something? Unless there's
Yeah.
something we don't know as like the public, like we didn't get to see some kind of beef that nobody really
Yeah.
wants to talk about. Because I'm sure there's lots of things as like a cast, even though they're messy, they keep some things, I'm sure, amongst themselves.
Yeah, it always seemed like personalities clashing. Like Amanda's definitely just more. She says real, but sometimes it borders on just like mean. And
Yeah.
Tori is just like the person who likes to be cool with everybody, but maybe not always like the most upfront. So it's like a personality clash. But to get to a point where it's just like, I really dislike this person because they're not like me. It's just a little bit, like you said. There's got to be something else we don't know about.
Yeah, and then to go back with like Cara Maria and Laurel, I think there's this energy of like Laurel, like she went through her prime, like she was great when she did her challenges, and then Cara Maria was like coming up, and I think Laurel felt threatened, and then now Laurel just wants to prove that she's better than Cara Maria, and Cara Maria just wants to be liked. She's just like, hey, just be my friend. And she doesn't really understand that, like, Laurel doesn't like you, but she wants to be liked so bad by Laurel. So I think there's a little bit of that. It's like Laurel just doesn't want Cara Maria to be better than her, which, I mean, get over it.
Yeah, it should make you happy that she aspires to be as good as like you were a driving force the first season when you were telling her, I don't want to run a final with you. It should make you so proud of her. Like, look, like she went home and did exactly what you said. Go and work, get better. And she did.
I think Cara Maria just like exceeded everyone's expectations, and
Yeah.
Laurel just doesn't like that.
Yeah, and I think to me, Laurel had the best chance to become the best female challenger that we had this whole time. But there's life, right? Her whole life isn't the challenge. I'm sure she had other things going on. But if she would have stayed and just went through the challenges, I think she would have had at least like 5 championships under her belt.
Taking it to in challenge beef, and this one's more recent, but I thought it was like amazing because it happened in front of cameras. Nerys and Olivia, the way Olivia backstabbed Nerys, but also kind of was looking out for herself and to make it farther in the challenge. So, what do you guys think about that one?
It's like I don't want to see people backstabbing because you start to like root for these people like kind of even Laurel and Cara Marie. I want them to be like sisters. I want them to have, but at the end of the day, like you have to remember this is for money, and I'm at the end of the day, whatever is best for me and my family, and to bring home the money to my family, I'm gonna do. Like I don't care because that's why I'm here. I'm away from my family. I'm missing time from my family. I'm coming home with the money. So,
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. At the end of the day, like, this is a show to win money. So outside of the game, you could be the bestest of friends. That's fine. But it's a game. I think the issue is that, like, if you're truly best friends, give her a heads up and be like, hey, I'm going to vote for you because it's better for my game, no hard feelings. And I think Maurice would have, like, respected that. I think she was just blindsided and she just wasn't expecting it. But it should be expected that at some point your best friend is going to have to go against you.
I always thought that was like the most difficult thing, especially as these challengers become like closer and closer in real life. Like, how realistic is it to say, hey, we're best friends, but then let's go into the challenge and it's everyone for themselves? It's just like, it's still got a sting for Neresa's, like, I like, even if she would have given her heads up, it's like, really? Like, you rather win the money than, like, protect your friend? Like, I know it's a game, but, you know, I got bills too. I got family too. I'm still not trying to stab your back. I'm still, like, if you can keep your integrity, wouldn't you err towards it? I don't know. But again,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to win money either. So
I mean, yeah, like, no one's ever flashed $500,000 in my face, but I can almost guarantee if someone did, I will backstab all y'all. Like, I would be like, I'm coming home with that. I'll share it though, but, like, I'm sorry, I want to win.
You know, I think I would. I think if I had like a legit bet, like, see, because I think some of these people call themselves best friends, and I don't think they're really best friends out of the show. Some of them are, I'm sure, but if I'm coming in with a best friend, like, I'm gonna watch their back, and I'm hoping they watch my back, because we could get so much further if we work together than backstabbing each other, where there's other people we can do that to. And then when we get to the finals, then whoever, you know, better let the best person win. But I think by breaking those bonds and stuff, you hurt yourself in the long run, because now you have beef with, you know, somebody that you're extremely close to, and other people in the house may be looking at it like, if he could backstab his own friend, his best friend, you know, what makes me think he's not going to backstab me, you know?
but what happens when you're in a scenario, and I'm just playing devil's advocate? If your best friend is just physically way more fit, mentally a better competitor, even with puzzles, everything, are you going to let them get to the end with you knowing you're not going to beat them?
Damn.
Yeah, that's the
I
thing.
mean,
Like, this whole, like, having your back is, it's just for the beginning. Like, it's not going to take you that far. Like, at some point, if these people are your best friends, you need to have that conversation. Even before you get there, like, they all know who's going to be on the show. Like, hey, I'm going to be on the show. You're going to be on the show. Like, look, this might happen. I'm like, why is that those conversations not being had? I really think Maurice's problem was that she was just so blindsided by what Olivia did.
well, from one blindsiding to another, this is another, I think, underrated beef, because it actually came to blows. We said Tony Time is back. One of the last times we saw him was when
Oh, yeah.
Corey was flipping him over a plate of spaghetti. So
that was crazy, man. That was crazy. That got out of hand quick.
like, there's been drunk moments, but like, over mom's spaghetti, I'm gonna like do a suplex on another dude.
Can we admit? Can we all agree that was intentional?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which one? The spaghetti out the window or the back or the suplex?
The suplex.
Oh yeah.
That
So
was
I wonder if they're gonna piece it up, or because they're on the same team. They're both on Era 3. Well, actually, most of these beefs they're on the same team, which is interesting. We didn't even talk about like the format, but a lot of these beefing sides they're gonna have to work together.
I honestly think Corey will be peace. He'll make peace. Corey's personality, I mean, and I'm, you know, we love to see his friendships on these shows because he is one of those, you know, ride or dies we see with a lot of his close friends on the show. So I feel like he will, for the betterment of their team, for their morale, I think he'll make peace. And Tony seems to kind of be pretty chill. I mean, he has his moments and he's kind of up and down, but overall, I think he'll want a calmness on his team.
I think we should go through the eras and just look at the team and just get our opinions on the team.
I got you.
I mean,
All
Era
right,
1
so-
is really like, it is like they said in the trailer, they are the backbone. It's who you remember. It's when you
Yeah.
think of the challenge, it's who comes to mind.
Yeah. I think the person that's missing here that I would have loved to see is Veronica. She just makes good TV. She just like
Veronica?
slides by, makes it to a final, doing nothing.
Yeah,
Like, she's
drinking her
great.
wine.
Yeah.
I do think Era 1 is solid. I think they're solid, man. I think they're all around solid.
And then something to say about experience. Like everybody's here has been on a bunch of challenges. They know how to make their way through. I think they'll stick together. There'll be less like infighting with this era.
What'll be interesting is Bananas being in a different one. A lot of his friendships, I mean, his long friendships, are not necessarily in his era. You know, he really made friends with a lot of people outside of that era.
Very true. Is like, and it stands to be seen. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because like, you know, in Era 3, we know he's close with Tony and Leroy. In Era 1, he's known those guys a very long time and is friends with them. Like, he might be sitting for once in a place where it's like the opposing teams don't actually just want to vote him in right away.
I was going to say, with that experience in Era 1, I think absolutely. But also, I mean, speaking from my own, as we age, it gets harder. It's harder to do basic things when you're playing with the Young Bucks. It's harder to even get up for work, you know, every 5 years that passes. I need more hours of sleep. So that'll be interesting to see them trying to party and then get up and perform.
Yeah. Big ups to Mark, still doing it in his 50s.
Yes.
Mark makes a lot of us look bad. He makes me look bad, and he's probably a good 15, 20 years older than me. So props to Mark, man. But they have a lot of championships under their belt too. We have Daryl, Derek, I think Jody won a couple too. Brad won a few. CT.
I think it's actually a travesty. Travesty we've gone this far into the podcast and haven't really talked about CT. I mean, he's won a recent one. I think he's still that dude. He's second all time with 5 wins. But we saw in the trailer, he might go home early from injury.
CT is my probably all-time favorite player, just because watching the progression of him through his early seasons, maturing, becoming a father, going through what he went through on the seasons, you know, and I love him. So I love to see him back. I love when he makes it to the finale. So I'm so happy he's here. And even if he leaves early, I'm still happy to see him come and be on the show.
So Era 2, I gotta say, probably has like the strongest women squad from all the, you know, with Cara Maria, Laurel, Kellyanne, Emily,
yeah.
Aviv.
I owe you an apology. I wasn't really familiar with your game.
I looked her up. 1 challenge, 1 win with Darrell. Like, so.
She
Wow.
was, yeah.
So, you know, on the guys' side, we'll see how they stack up with the other teams. But on the women's squad, like, that's a strong 5.
Guys are lacking, I think, in Era 2 a little bit. I mean, but Bananas aside, Brandon, I mean, he's been getting better. I think it was in All-Stars. Derek C, Ryan, you know, they're a little bit on the smaller side. So I think with agility, they'll do good in, but strength-wise, they probably wouldn't be the best in. So I think they're lacking in strength. But I mean, with Bananas there, you can't underestimate that team.
I have a different sentiment. I feel like I think this is not the best team for Bananas to be on. I think it's just not as strong as the first team, I feel like.
No, definitely not. But I mean, with the women, I think they're the strongest women team that they have. I think we'll get to Era 4, but I think Era 4 is probably second.
Yeah.
For
So
women.
with Era 3, I think Era 3 has for me it's like the biggest toss up. They can be dominant with some of the people they have on there. they also have some of the more untested people. We'll see how Tony is coming back after a long time. Naya coming back after a while. Corey, has his ups and downs. Avery is back after a long layoff. Amanda's not the strongest
And
challenger.
John
A is perfect. John A is a two-time champion. Don't even go there.
Hey, props to her back to back too, man.
Seriously.
And a newly mother, wasn't she? Like she had just
Yeah.
Too.
So, but at the same time, like, you have John A, Jordan, Leroy, Tori, like, so I wouldn't be surprised if they like won a bunch of challenges, and I also wouldn't be surprised if they struggled a little bit.
I feel the same way. I feel like Era 3, if they can control the egos, if they can really stick together, they'd be unstoppable. Because you have Devin, you have John A, they're amazing puzzle people. They're very smart, and then you have a lot of muscles on the team. I mean, that's an unstoppable team if they can stick together and learn to work together. And that's a toss-up with them, because there's a lot of personalities.
I do agree with you. I think Era 3 is probably where a lot of the strategists are. I think they have, like you said, they have Devin, they have John A, they have Jordan. I mean, Jordan is kind of like Johnny in the sense of they have savant skills in the game. Like they figure out the intricacies of the games that people may not have seen. They find a way around it that people normally wouldn't. So I think this team is pretty good mentally, at least.
Okay, now Era 4. Yeah, I'm going to say too many personalities, too many ups and downs personalities.
Yeah.
It makes me a little nervous. I mean, there's some great players. I mean, all of them are great, but I just feel like that is going to be a lot of screaming. We're going to see a lot of screaming happening on that team.
You think?
Yeah, there's a lot of very, very emotional players
Emotional.
on this
Don't
team.
say it.
I can
Don't
see
say
it.
it. I think
I
if
know.
everyone here just rallies around their leader,
I know.
Josh.
No.
Yeah, I mean, ugh.
No, I will say Era 4 though. I think they're coming in, right? Era 4, the newbies, they have the most to prove, and I think they're probably one of the most well-balanced teams, I would say, just because a lot of these people are just like super athletes. Like Horacio, I don't know if you guys remember from the last challenge, but he was amazing. He was good in almost everything he did. He was just new to the game, so he was, he's young, so he didn't understand it as much. But I think in this season he's gonna be a lot better than he was the first one. And to me, Theo is probably one of, he hasn't won anything yet, right? But in terms of athletes, I think he's one of the best athletes we have in the challenge.
So he's a potential. He was a potential Olympian in track and field. Like it's nuts. I think like from a pure athleticism, strength standpoint, this is the guy group here is like the best between Horacio, Kyland, Paulie, and Theo, and then Josh as the leader, and then you got throwing Casey, who's like
I was just gonna say
football player, and Jenny.
Yeah.
And Nerys almost took down. She almost won against guys and girls mixed a season ago. So, but it's experience. Do they have the experience to get through? Are they going to get ganged up on for being the newer people?
Yeah, I'm not doubting their like capabilities to win. They're very just looking at strength, like and athleticism. Yeah, 1,000%. I would put them next to the Era 1 folks. However, we all see how Josh plays. We all see like this beef with Norris, Olivia, and Michelle, how that's going to play out. Then
Paulie's going to get mixed up with Cara stuff.
Paulie's going to get mixed up. Theo is going to be hooking up, with the women drama. Right. So I just think their mind is going to be occupied for a lot of this season.
Casey will be focused though, because Donnie's not here.
Yes, she will. Yeah.
But Josh will also unfocus her because it's Josh. She's gonna get into all this drama, all this other stuff. So she's gonna have to go and try to pull him out of it. So
That's when that best friend thing is your downfall. When you have your best friend is very emotional, and then you're sucked into all this drama. All right, are we? Is it a time to do our own draft? Should we draft
Yeah,
I
let's
thought
start.
you'd never ask. Sorry, Victor. Do you want to tee up the
Nervous.
rules?
we're doing the draft time. We did a randomizer, so we picked random people to go. So first will be Raquel, followed by me, Norah, then Eric, and then we'll snake around and go back. All right.
Sounds good.
Bonus points. So this time we're doing something new. Our first time, but still something new. We're doing bonus points, and bonus points this time is we get a match point. So you get a match point if there's a hookup. Hookup involves anything like kissing, sneaking off to the corner to do things mysteriously, and other things that go from there. And you get a mayhem point if your person directly causes a fight, an argument, stirs the pot, anything like that. You would have to argue your point to the tribunal, the other three people that you're arguing with. But if your case succeeds, then you get a mayhem point. And if your person cries, that's on your draft, you lose a point. No crybabies here. And if there's any talk of the kids, you also lose a point as well. So that's gonna shake things up a little bit. Hey, I didn't make the rules. I'm just saying, it's gonna shake
You
things
did
up.
make the rules.
Okay, we did make the rules, but I think it's gonna spice it up. So you gotta be a little careful of who you pick in your draft, right? Because you gotta also take into effect the match point, the mayhem points, and the other two negative points. So that's how we're gonna do the challenge.
Even if your person's good, but they get voted in a lot, aka Horacio, he might win it all, but he also might go into elimination like 7 times in a season. So.
True.
Good point. Good point.
So you gotta be strategic with your picks now. It's not just about picking the one that's gonna win all the challenges, or you gotta be strategic. So this is how we're gonna do it. Now it will test our skills and our knowledge of the game and how it's played. So this is gonna be a good draft, guys. I'm excited for it.
Can we talk about the screen right now, though? What I'm looking at is I see 4 names, and then I see Josh.
Yes. So this was a randomizer. So we have Raquel going first, then me, then Norah, then Eric, and then we got the last one there. Just one person goes there. That's it. We'll put him there now. Let's see this.
How dare you?
Oh.
No,
Yeah, 'cause he's
delete it.
special.
Stop.
Delete it.
Stop.
He'll stay. Oh, what? He's happy there. Look at that face. He's happy.
It's unnatural. He has so many friends. He likes to be with his friends.
That is true.
That's debatable.
Like him or not, he's got some besties in that house, some ride or dies
He
that
really-
cry with him.
Yeah, he really does.
Besides Casey, who else? Let's be
Tori
real.
is his friend.
Tori?
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
All right, so we're gonna start the draft. Raquel,
You
start off.
delete
Start us off.
Josh so we can do the.
Yes.
You have to delete that
Look.
row and put
All
him
right,
back.
all right. There's no delete here, guys. It's just changing colors and stuff. So we'll leave him up here for now. And,
Well, he might be somebody's first pick. Drop him back in.
I don't know who in their right mind would pick Josh as their first pick.
I feel like, a penalty, you should have Josh. Like, it should be automatically yours.
No. I disagree.
You started me off with -5 crime points there.
Yeah, I'm doomed. I lost. I already lost. There's no point in me playing. All right, Raquel, you can go first.
Oh, by the way, we're alternating girl-guy rounds. So we're
Yes.
going to start with the ladies.
So I'm going to start with Tori.
Tori. That is
Alright.
a very... Look at that.
Tell me about that pick.
Tori is badass. I think she grew on me. Like at first, when she first started the challenge, I was kind of iffy about her. I didn't know really where her mind was at. I didn't know how strong she was. I didn't know how bad she wanted it. And I think like after seeing her win with Devin, I'm like, all right, she's actually, she got a point in my book. So
Okay. Solid pick. I mean, Tori's a great girl.
Solid too, because she's pretty chill, so she doesn't really get into fights, but she does hook up, so
she
you
does.
might get some points there.
hmm And I'm just like, I hope she gets back with Jordan because they were so cute. They were really cute.
Okay, so you're banking on some match points. That's what it is. You want some
I
match
am.
points too. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with everybody's favorite redheaded pirate. I'm gonna go with Cara Maria. Arg. Let's do it, Cara. Cara's
Captain
one of my
Jacqueline the
favorite.
Sparrow.
She's one of my favorite challengers. I mean, she's a proven vet, champion. She knows the game. This time, she's surrounded by a group of people, so I think that she'll perform even better outside of Laurel. I think she'll have that support that she needs to really thrive, and everybody already sees her as a threat. In the last All-Star, they were all gunning for her. I mean, she's solid, and I'm banking on the match points because since she's with Polly, there's gonna be some match points. Probably every episode.
Oh, wow. That doesn't count.
Yeah, why not?
It doesn't count.
It counts.
Is it a hookup if they're already hooked?
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's a hookup. They're hooking up. We said kissing. They're gonna be kissing, right? Look, it was
And
a strategic
crying.
play.
And crying. So you're gonna get those
Yeah.
hands
We saw the
taken
preview.
away.
She's already
I'm betting more on the matches than the crying. I know there's gonna be some cries. She might instigate some stuff for Laurel too, so I'm also counting on some mayhem points with Cara as well. So I'm sticking to her. Nora?
Okay, I'm going to go with Naya.
Why Naya?
I've always enjoyed, well, I mean, she was really petty and stirred the pot her first season with Jordan, but I like her progression. If she's hungry, I feel like she's unstoppable. I think the problem is she has too much going on in her head, so I'm hoping, and I know nothing about the girl because I don't follow her on social media. Maybe I should have done that before this draft, is like check them all out, how they all are mentally. I'm hoping she comes in the
Mentally.
season hungry and ready to just steamroll. And I hope her and Jordan still have a really good friendship that'll help guide her really well. So I don't know. She's kind of a wild card. She wasn't at my top, but I want to take her, so I want to make sure I get her before anyone else.
Nice. Good answer.
well. I can't believe we made it here, but we did. Back-to-back picks, people who would have been my one of one either way. First of all, I'm gonna go with the most recent champion of all. I can't believe she fell to me. Laurel Stuckey,
Okay.
get on down. Come to Team Eric, Team E-Rock. Let's go.
I didn't want all the cries with her because she gonna be crying daily.
She's gonna be fighting too. It's gonna start a fight, and then it's gonna become crying, so this is
And
gonna
it's gonna
cancel
cry,
out,
yeah.
and then she's just gonna win challenge.
True.
All right, Laurel it is.
This is sabotage. You didn't even put her on here. Sabotage.
Now she's on there, look.
And then I'm gonna go with Mr. Michael Jordan
Wow,
Wisely.
you went
Let's
there.
go, Jordan.
So you
You might have
want
last
Jordan?
seen him winning the challenge worldwide. I'm talking about worldwide. Mr. Worldwide right here. Let's go. Last two challenge champions. He won the last 3 challenges. If you think that him and Emmanuel are just like body doubles, so he won that challenge too technically.
All right. Man, because of the rules and all the bonuses, I'm really torn. It's changed up who I would have normally picked. So I think I'm gonna go with Brad. I'm gonna put Brad in there.
Why Brad?
He's not a crier. He might hook up. He sometimes stirs the pot. We don't see him in a ton of eliminations until he does something and pisses everybody off. So it's always hit or miss with him every season. So I hope we ride a good wave, Brad. Please.
And people tend to be scared of Brad too, so.
Do we get extra bonus points if they're in your draft and hook up?
No. That's taking it too far.
Well, it's my turn. I'm going with the 7-time challenge champion, Mr. Stir the Pot himself. I'm going with Johnny Bananas. 1,000%. I think Johnny's is a proven vet. I mean, he's the best at it. He's the best at the game. Why wouldn't I want him on my draft? He stirs the pot. He might make out with some newbies. You know, I might get some Matches Mayhem points. So I'm going with Johnny.
Wow. Okay.
She wants to go with Josh. Yeah. I know it. Just to spite me.
This one's tough because I'm torn between. I'm just torn. So I'm gonna go with Devin. I'm gonna choose Devin, and I think Devin is, or was underestimated for a very long time. What I really do love about him is like his psychological warfare. Like if you ever want to torture somebody, you just hire Devin. Like remember the season where he like followed Bananas around like relentlessly, like around the house to like break him mentally, and he did. So I like the game that he plays.
Okay.
Never thought about torturing anybody, but good to know you have.
If it has to be done, the challenge is where you do it at. Raquel, snake back to you. You got a girl pick.
Okay. I'm gonna go with. Oh my god, why does it get tougher? I'm gonna go with Norah. I mean, do I have to say why? I don't think so.
I think you should. I think we should all take a moment and just speak eloquently about her.
Well, she blew me away, where she was like constantly getting.
What do you mean by that?
I'm telling you, when she was constantly getting called into these eliminations and getting ganged up on, and she just not only did she have something to prove to them, but I think it just gave her ammunition. It just gave her a reason to fight. And she's not a shit talker. Like when she says she's gonna win, she wins. And I was impressed by her. So, and then she has Horacio, which I think will help her a little bit in the game.
For girls, I'm gonna go with I think one of the most athletic women in the challenge, but also underrated because she hasn't appeared in too many challenges. I'm gonna go with who I think is probably one of the strongest women here, and that's gonna be Emily.
Damn it, bro.
That was who I was picking.
I've been watching her. I was like, I need her on my team. I said, you already got Tori. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go with Emily because I think out of the rest, she's the best girl.
That's the type of pick you make when you've just crushed like 20 seasons of the challenge in like the last couple months, because you remember, you're like, oh wait,
and that's me.
She was the one.
We binge watched everything, and I've seen her in the real world, her season. I saw how she was, and I saw how athletic she was there. So it didn't surprise me that she'd be good at this.
I'm stressed now. I don't know. That's who I was going with. I guess I'm gonna go with.
I'll pick for you. Go, Katie. I'll pick.
No, do not put her on my draft. I'll do Olivia. I'll do Olivia.
Oh my god.
Olivia.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Why would you pick that? I don't know. I need a strong girl, and like that's emotionally kind of like not all over, and it's hard. Emily's one of the best picks for that.
Well, did it again. You left me a layup right here. I have to pick Casey.
I know.
Oh, Casey, yeah.
Casey, she's like of the women of the newer generation. It's like it's her. She's like dominated. She won with CT, so like that's an easy pick. Man,
Don't do it.
no, I'm gonna be nice because. All right, so my pick here would have been CT, but we saw in the trailer he had some injury issues, and I'm a little worried. So I'm gonna go with Horacio.
That's a good one.
Like, this is a guy, he's no nonsense. He's gonna, I mean, if we're gonna count hookups with your significant others, he's got Nerys there. He doesn't get into fights, which is a little, but he doesn't cry too much. Just a
He
couple
cries,
times.
though.
And
I seen him cry.
it's thug tears right there. We're good.
Right.
He's gonna win it. He's gonna win some challenges, I think.
I'm gonna go with Theo.
Good pick.
Good one.
He's a
I
great
think he's a dark
athlete.
horse.
Yeah, I feel like he has so much he can prove, and he's funny. He's really funny, so I like him. I really like Theo.
Look, damn, let me get my shit off first. Damn!
Hey,
Yeah.
calm down. You could say like one time, and that would have been fine.
You have to throw the really in there.
I know,
Really
right?
like him. I really like him.
I'm gonna go with. I mean, still a lot of great guys left. I'm gonna go with CT, man. I know we see him on the stretcher, but even if he goes out, taking that back. I'm not gonna go CT
Oh my God.
because
dropping.
he's more tame now, so I can't get any mayhem points. So I'm gonna go with CT.
What the heck?
I'm gonna go with CT. I mean, he's the GOAT. He's he's up there. He'll get the challenges. Whoever
Yeah.
replaces him, I'm sure he'll be. I know who I want to replace him. I don't know if he will, but
Wes?
we'll see. How you know it was Wes? How you know it was Wes?
He's one that's missing here that should have been
Yeah.
on.
But I don't think Wes would be in era 1. I think he'd be in era 2 with Johnny, maybe.
Mm.
Yeah, because
And-
Nehemiah and him were in the real world.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's true.
But
And he's just
Nehemiah
not
came
hungry
in-
for this anymore.
Yeah, he's successful. I mean, Wes is probably my favorite, person out of them all. But he does it for fun mostly. And he did have a recent win though. In the last, I think 2 to 3 years, he had a win.
Yeah, and don't let these trailers fool you. Like we know how MTV loves to edit things to throw us off. So
You think there'll be surprise people that aren't listed in the eras?
Yeah, I think so
Awesome.
throughout the season.
yeah,
All right,
Yep.
Raquel, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Tony.
Tony time.
I'm gonna go with Tony time. He seems more hungrier this season than I've seen him in the past. I think he's in a good place in his life where he's more mentally stable, and able to focus on the challenge.
Speaking of being hungry, he's the best eater in the challenge ever.
Facts.
True.
100% facts. I would
Yeah.
say Tony, then CT.
For my girl, it's my turn again, right?
Yeah, your turn.
I'm gonna pick John A.
Okay, got some brains in
Oh man, that hurts.
Mhm.
She was,
there. Good pick.
that's a great pick.
That's who I would have grabbed.
I'm gonna go with Aviv. I think
Interesting.
she might have some hookups in this one because, I think I'll get some match points from her. Maybe some daily wins. I think she's a solid girl. I don't think a lot of these people played with her, so. But I'm banking on the match points with her.
Cut to us reading her bio. She's been married for 12 years happily and has 3 children.
Wait, is that true?
Nah, I don't know.
I was gonna say. Well, if she's not married.
This is
there'll
one
be
of the
some
names
match
I was
points.
like, not familiar.
if she is married, then she's a solid competitor. You know, and we'll bank on the daily wins.
I'm gonna go with Avery. I think she was really hungry last time she played, and hopefully she brings that. And I love that you put her in her Hooters wear. Go
She's
Avery.
Hooters herself.
If the Hooters shirt fits, wear it. Well, I'm gonna go with who I think is actually sneakily the strongest person on Era 1, and that's Rachel.
Rachel's a good one.
She's fit. She's got stamina. I think she can make some noise. And for the dudes, oh no, man, the penalty points. The penalty points.
Yeah, you gotta be strategic.
Man, I can't do that to Leroy. I'm gonna go Pauly. Sorry, Leroy.
Wow.
I'm gonna go Pauly.
Oh.
Wow.
You're trying to feed off my match points with Cara Maria. That's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, and Horacio and Paul. I'm getting the maybe I'm one for couples. I'm not about all this hookup culture.
I'm gonna take Mark.
The Godfather
Nice.
himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Damn, because my boy Daryl. I'm going with Daryl, bro. I'm going with.
Oh my God, no.
Darrell.
Sorry, Raquel.
I love Daryl too.
Daryl. I'm calling Daryl. Darrell, yeah,
Who's
my bad,
Daryl?
Darrell. My bad, brother. I'm sorry, bro. I got Darrell, man, 4-time champion. I feel like it's 5. I don't think they count celebrity, the celebrity challenge they did. I don't think they counted that because I think he won that.
But 4 in a row, right? Like he won.
He
Oh,
won 4 every time he. I don't know if it was like in a row, but every time he was in a challenge, he won those 4, like back to back. Yeah. So I guess to him it was back to back. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Kylan. He did well on the season, the last season he was on.
I gotta watch some clips because I'm
Good
drawing
at puzzles.
Yeah, he's good at puzzles.
blanks. Oh, okay.
And then I'm gonna go with the
Katie.
that's Katie. Okay, I'm gonna go with her.
Okay.
She just has
What?
a more familiar face. I don't really know.
Definitely going for match points there of starting shit because she's definitely
Yeah.
a shit starter.
Mayhem points.
Mayhem
There we
points.
go.
Though it could be match points,
My bad.
you know. But I'm a fan of Kelly Ann. You like the rhyme there? I like Kelly Ann. I think she's a great competitor. She gets into a little bit of drama, I think, every season. So that's some mayhem points. But if I really want to go mayhem points, I'd go with either Amanda, right? It's Amanda, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah, Amanda. Tina.
Amanda or Tina.
Yeah, Amanda for sure.
Guaranteed mayhem
She's
points.
gonna start a lot of shit this season.
I like Amanda too for that. I already have solid compare. You know, I'm gonna go for some mayhem points. I'm gonna bring Amanda onto the team.
I'm torn between 2 girls because I need another really strong girl, I think. Because I'll go with Kellyanne. Yeah. I was gonna go Jody, but she gets too flustered too quick.
She really does.
For such
But
a
it's
strong
such a
competitor.
because she's so strong. Yeah.
Yeah, like she would be one of the best. She would be like a Laurel, but she just I don't know. She freaks out.
Yeah.
All right. I'm definitely gonna go with. I think she's super underrated. Jenny. Last time she was on, she won it.
Mm-hmm.
She's
She
big,
did.
strong. But now my team's getting a little like meatheadish. Like,
Yeah. You literally have nothing but bronze. Your whole team.
yeah, if we get a puzzle, we're cut.
I was just gonna ask you who's good on puzzles. Who's good with puzzles on your team?
I'd say nobody. I mean, maybe Polly.
Maybe.
Because I
That's
think
it.
that's the
There's no
stretch.
points for winning a puzzle.
Well, if a challenge could be puzzle based, right?
Can you do me a favor? Can you do a quick run through who's still on the board down there?
Yeah. So we have Anissa,
Go with
Brandon,
Anissa.
Corey, Derek.
No.
Jody. Leroy. It's gonna be like Leroy Jenkins. Michelle, Nehemiah, Ryan, Tina.
I'm gonna go
And
with
Josh is still.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Hold,
I
sneaky
said what I said.
mofo.
I said what I
hold
said.
Josh down. We're gonna forget about the poor guy.
Oh, I'll remind
All right.
y'all.
I'm actually gonna this guy impressed me his last All Stars appearance. I'm gonna go Derek. Derek.
Bro.
Derek. He did good. You know, he made the final in All Stars. I think. Did he? I don't know. I need puzzles, man. I think he's good at puzzles.
So we still have Leroy down here?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Those penalties. Those penalty
I know.
points.
I was gonna go with the other Derek, but I think I kind of have to. Well, who do I have that's good with puzzles? Well, Mark is. I need more strength, I think, on my team. Maybe I don't
More
know.
strength?
Olivia, I think. Oh no.
Yeah,
Is she? Kinda. Yeah.
I think she did alright at puzzles from what I
Well, we
remember.
know
Yeah, she did
Derek
all right.
and Leroy don't know either, are not puzzle guys. But I'll take Leroy. I'm gonna take Leroy. I love Derek though, but I'm gonna go with Leroy.
I'm gonna go with.
Honestly, Raquel just stole every puzzle king and queen. Janae,
Yeah, she
Devin,
did.
Especially Devin.
Kylan.
Especially
I think
Devin.
Katie. I
Luis.
think Katie is good in puzzles too.
Yeah, I wanted Janae so bad for puzzles. That's what I was hoping on.
You know what? Speaking of that, guys, I'll go with. I'm gonna go with the bulldog. I'm going with the bulldog.
I
Derek.
like him.
Got him.
I think he's one of the best. You know, top 10 definitely. Got the heart of an animal.
I'm gonna go with Josh for real. I'm gonna
No, we don't have Josh here. We have a Corey and Nehemiah.
Well, he's good with
Brandon.
puzzles too. I forgot about him because he's not in the lineup.
please put Josh on my row. Thank you very much. Yay. Why? Why am I choosing Josh? Well,
It's okay. You don't have to go into it. You have
Okay.
Because you want to get penalized every episode with crime points?
But she's
Well,
gonna
he-
get mayhem
he's-
points, right? So-
no, he's gonna hook up. He's gonna hook up a couple of times.
Oh, okay.
Really? Okay.
And then I'm gonna go with Tina.
Tina, you want the mayhem points?
I don't
Mayhem
know.
Maybe cry
points right there.
points.
I don't know if that's a good choice, but oh well.
I'm gonna go with I need a little bit more puzzles in my life, so I'm gonna go with Michelle. I think she's good at puzzles from what I remember.
Yeah, she
It's
is.
pretty good. Yeah.
I'll take Jody.
All right. Actually, I kind of screwed up before because this person is amazing at puzzles. Give me Anissa.
Oh, okay.
She is.
Oh.
I mean, she's been through 25 challenges.
She's done every puzzle.
Yeah.
She's done
Done them
everyone.
all.
And you know what? The good thing about the vets is that these guys go home and then they still do these same puzzles every day. Like they still do these puzzles. So. Oh, but I also have the puzzle master himself. I just remembered. I got CT.
Oh, yeah.
So while he's there.
Mm-hmm.
Until he gets his until his back blows out. I'm not saying he's gonna get his back blown out.
Yeah, that's very sketchy.
Hey, you. Yeah, I would have gone with Corey here, but I'm staying away from those penalty, doing it for my kid points. So give me Nehemiah. I think Nehemiah's better than the last pick, like a last round
Yeah.
pick. I think he's better than
Me
that.
too.
Yes. I mean, a lot of these guys are. It's just a testament to how well put these teams are.
Yeah.
That all these guys are extremely great competitors. It's just we have the mayhem points and the match points to think about now, so it kind of throws everything around.
Is there a chance Corey won't bring up his kids?
He's a proud father, of course.
You
he's
know
gonna bring
he
up
was.
his
He
kids.
has
As
three-
he should.
He has 3 kids. He hasn't been on a season for like 3 years. That's all he's gonna talk about.
As he should.
I don't remember the first guy. Why don't I remember him?
Brent, he was just in All Stars, wasn't he?
Brandon was just an all.
Yeah, he was. But he went home like the second episode.
Maybe that's. Give me Brandon.
He was
I'll
on
take the
Cars
Beard
team.
Kings here. Oh yes, yeah, I do. He just looks different in this photo.
Yeah.
I
I'll take
remember
the
him years
beards.
ago going home because he drank a beer before doing the elimination.
Yes, yeah,
challenge.
that, and I actually liked him. So yeah, he just
Oh,
looks
yeah.
different.
I'm gonna go. I know there's gonna be some negative points with Corey, but I know he's not how he used to be, so I might not get that many matches.
And he's not hooking up, yeah.
Ryan
he-
is not really. Ryan's not gonna really lose you anything. He doesn't start drama. He doesn't. He may hook up a little bit with Derek.
I think they're friends because he was saying in the last season, like, they're just friends. Like, I don't see them hooking up.
See, with your last round pick, is it more valuable to try to get points or get somebody who's just not gonna lose you points?
That's very true. You know what? I'm gonna go.
Don't leave me with Corey. Oh,
Thanks,
I
Eric.
did that just to leave you with Corey.
There you go.
thanks.
So there we have it. This is our draft. I mean, honestly, everybody's list looks stacked.
Yeah.
It's a good season. They cast it very well. Like, this was tough, but
All-star picks. I'm excited about mine, man. I'm looking at my team. I don't see anything wrong with my team whatsoever.
I mean, I see a couple of things wrong, but
What?
Yeah.
What's wrong with my team? What do you see? I got Car Maria. I got Johnny, CT, Darrell. Like, come on.
I don't know. Yeah. You'll do okay.
I mean, you have Josh, Katie. You're talking about my list. Come on.
No, you do. You have a good team.
Nah, I think it's gonna be good.
I think at this point we gotta let the public decide.
I
Let them
agree.
Sound off in the comments. Who's got the best team? Which era is going to be the best? You know, we'll see. We'll keep everyone posted. And we'll see how the season goes.
Thanks for joining us, everybody, on our pre-game show, Matches